All right, welcome to another episode of Brian the Flippin' Sailor. I made it to the boat, and I've been here for a couple days, and man, there's a lot of stuff on this boat. This boat designed to where there's a storage compartment in every scenario you can figure out how to put stuff. And this boat is packed full of stuff, from old boat parts to just tubing. I'll show you some of the stuff. It still has the old radar, and it still works. So here's the old radar, and they're worth about 250 bucks on eBay. And then it's got an old weather fax, which it'll never get used. And then it's got its system, its old chart plotter that you can put chips in. And so that's one system for chart plotting and navigation. And then it's got a Garmin that's for the second system. So there's two radars, and you always want a backup. So you got that, so this one system, second system, and then your phone, if it has a GPS, or your tablet has a GPS system, you can use it for radar and navigation and things like that. But not radar, but navigation and chart plotting. So, and then this is the breaker system. So, like when you have shore power, the shore power will come in, and then there's an inverter. So it all goes to the DC, to your batteries, to your house batteries. And then right down there, you see that box. That box is an inverter, and it'll turn all the energy into 120. Now, there's the electrical plug when the boat was first made. I guess I don't know, it's a European plug or something. It's just two little prongs, and then they've converted next to it some normal 120 plugs. The plan was to work on the rudder system and do some stuff like that and check it out, but the boat had such a musky smell that it just wasn't good. So, and then when we went and looked under this bed, it was just full of car parts and funky stuff and old tubing and mahogany pieces to work on the boat, and boxes of parts for the boat, like old alternators, old motors, old pumps. So, and then under the set, there's a settee right there where all that stuff is. Underneath there's storage, and then inside both of those, it was full of stuff. And under here, the house batteries are under here. I don't know if you can see me very well. It's kind of dark in here. And it was all that stuff has to come out to get to parts of the bilge of the boat, and all that had to get wiped down and cleaned up, and then sprayed with a moldicide, something that kills mold and inhibits the mold. You've seen that product. You get it at Home Depot at the rental part, and it comes in a gallon. It's like 30 bucks a gallon, but man, it works really good. So Friday, Saturday, we got this room done, because it was just all about deep cleaning and spraying the chemical. So now, let me show you what we're starting on. Here's the example. This right here is the table for the kitchen, for the front room. And it's a settee, so cushions all go right there. But underneath there's storage. Look at that. Look at all that stuff. It goes all the way around. And there's more stuff under that one. But see, these come up right here. Lift them up. And then there's more, like there's like a thermostats, starter solenoid for extra parts for the motor. And then right here is the interface for it changes off the house batteries. It changes DC into AC, so you can have all the plugs work. And then there's issue with this boat. So here's one of the chain plates that come down. They're all good until you get down to here. And then when you get down to where it connects there, kind of rusty. Not a good sign. But it's all fixable. And there's the bathroom. We just been putting stuff in one of the bathrooms just to store it. It's full. You can't see. I don't know. There's another bedroom just full. But look, you see that? Water's been coming in. You see that mold? And that's one of the cushions to the seats. So all those cushions got to get replaced. Now this is what I was talking about. I was going to work on. It's an Edson, and most pedestals for steering on sailboats, most of them are a lot of them are Edsons. All right. So you take this off, this top off, and down inside this is a chain like a motorcycle, and then there's cables connect to the chain, and then when you turn this, the chain goes back and forth on a sprocket, and then the cables go down, and then they go on pulleys and then run back out to the back, and then they go through the pulley system. So you can oil all that stuff. You can oil this is the brake. I don't know if you can see my hand. And those kind of things, that's what I was planning on doing. And then going to the back of the boat. And clean up and oil and go through that whole system. But, you know, things change. It's been raining the whole time I've been here. And but this is a big project. This is just as big as the project is in that house in Clinton, if not more. And I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm just stepping through it. And you know, that's how you get I just keep going in it, and it seems to work. And so that's some of the boat, and I'll be coming up here like every 6-8 weeks, and it looks like all we're going to be doing is cleaning on the boat for 6 months just to get it to where it smells good, and then we'll start working on parts. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do. You see that this winch here, you have to take this whole winch apart, and they need to be serviced. And there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of these, and those probably take 2 or 3 hours just to take apart and put back together. So I mean, it's just all the rigging lines have to be replaced, all the ropes, and that's probably $2,500 just in ropes. So it's a big project, but it'll be worth it. The boat will be worth like $250,000, maybe $300,000 when it's done. And I only have, by the time it's all said and done, I'll probably have 200 grand in it. So it'll all work out, plus I'll get to enjoy it. So there's the episode for the week, and I'll see you next week.